Diligent here, and welcome back to another Once Human video. Now today we are after two specific deviations in our playthrough this time. So we're after the Buzzybee deviation and the Growshroom deviation. Both of these deviations are pretty useful deviations, especially with the new season going to be starting here in a few days. It's a good way to sort of get a jump on getting some good crops going and whatnot. So before we take off, we got to go grab a couple of things from our house. I'm playing a lot with just using the bow and arrow and handguns lately because, well, it's a little more fun that way. Alright, so what we're going to end up doing for getting these deviations, we're going to be going to Deadsville and we're going to go to the Citrus County because that's a good place where we can find the Buzzybee deviation. So we're going to go ahead and teleport over there and we'll go see if we can get that deviation. Alright, and here we are. We are over by Citrus County. This is where we're going to be finding that Buzzybee deviation. It will spawn in different locations, but this is just a pretty consistent location where you can find it in the game. So we'll see if he's around, and actually it looks like he is. We might have gotten lucky here. Oh, yep, there he is. You can see him floating in the field, so he's usually going to be, there's like the main Citrus County spots. Usually going to be right around here. Just a little bit in the pumpkin field area with the scarecrow dude that comes alive. And a couple of these guys wandering around. Let's see. Which one of you... Okay. Maybe this isn't the spot where the scarecrow comes to life, but... Oh, there he is. It's the one way over there that comes to life. But here we go. We got the Buzzybee deviation. Right here. And we'll go ahead and capture him. Perfect. That's a lot easier than I thought, because it's not a guaranteed drop. From what I've heard, it actually can be kind of rare, but it looks like we may have just gotten really lucky there. So, from there, our next location that we're going to be, it's going to be a bit of a trek. It's going to be way over... Let's see. So the next one we're going to be getting is going to be the Growshroom deviation, which you can gather from wherever you have mushrooms. Once you're gathering the mushroom, there's a chance that deviation is going to spawn. Good location is actually way over here by Chalk Peak, which is actually kind of a higher level area. But that's where we're going to be heading to here to go into these caves over here and try and see if we can get that deviation. So we're going to hop on our bike and start making our way there. And I will see you when we get there. Alright, and here we are way over here to get an idea of where that is from where we were. Well, there's Myers Market right here. And there's Deadsville. So that's where we picked up the Buzzybee deviation. So from here, we're way up over this way. And like I said, this general area, it's around level 36 area. As I said, you can get this deviation just from harvesting mushrooms. And there's a chance that it'll spawn. It's kind of a rare chance, but it will still spawn. The reason I went to this cave area is because there's just an ungodly surplus of mushrooms everywhere around here that you can spawn. I mean, the drawback is there's also a lot of cave bears and mutated cave bears and whatnot running around too. So it can be a bit of a dangerous area to be in if you don't have decent equipment, and of course if you're low level or if you haven't even unlocked the area yet. So yeah, so what we do is we come in here and like you saw, we just end up harvesting mushrooms, and then eventually that deviation will drop from those mushrooms. But like I said, there's bears everywhere here, so just one thing to keep an eye out for. The cave network is awesome looking, in my opinion. I mean, it's really cool. I'd love to be able to build a base here if you could, but unfortunately you can't do that in these locations. So yeah, there's also a few crates around here that you can collect. Some of the crates have good stuff, some of them not so good stuff. Just standard crate loot. Let's see what we got over here. Whoa! And it looks like we made a friend. Okay. 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 Like I said, you definitely want to watch out in this area because those bears will ambush you really quick, and as you saw, they could mess you up pretty bad. And as I said, this whole cave network is just full of mushrooms. And if you go out here, there's another crate. Nothing too fancy. More mushrooms. Right, and one other feature about this area is on this far side right here. Typically, oops, wrong thing. Typically, as you see by the whisper right here, they'll tell you the same thing, that there's usually, if you haven't collected it already, which I have in this case, there is, if you go right here though, snap fingers to get a chest. There is a morphic chest that'll pop up right there in this little location over here, if you haven't collected it already. But I've been to this area before, so I already collected it. So, almost every time when you go here, you'll see a whisper lying around that says, hey, snap your fingers here to find chests. So there's just a little tidbit about the area here. Let's go see if we can find some more mushrooms and get that deviation, though. Alright, and here we go, everyone. It took us a little bit. We've been here for a little while since that last little jump there. But we were able to get that mushroom. He's right here. We're going to go ahead and acquire him. Alright, we've got the Growshroom. Fantastic. Now, like I said, this area, it is a bit higher level, because like I said, it's around level 36. So, it may not be the best ideal location for when you first are starting out with the game, because obviously you may not even have access to that location until certain points. So, essentially though, the best place to get that Growshroom is you just want to harvest mushrooms wherever you can find mushrooms. For me, this happens to be the best location that I've come across that has mushrooms, the Growshroom, mushrooms that you can harvest in order to get that Growshroom deviation. So, we've done all that we really need to here. Not a lot of reason to hang around and get maimed by bears. So we're going to head back to our base and put those deviations to work. Alright, we're back at our base now, so we're going to go over here, hop inside our base. Good little spot to set those two deviations up. We'll go ahead and put them over here right next to our logging beaver, and our little gathering rabbit. So there's our Buzzybee and our Growshroom. Now, alright, and here we are with our deviations working hard at doing what they do. So as you see, we have our Rain Man from previous video on here, and we also have the Buzzybee and the Growshroom all working together to help with them crops there. Rain Man, as you know, will run around property watering different crops and whatnot. And while that it isn't as nearly as efficient as having a lot of irrigation setups, if you have a setup like where I do, where you don't really have irrigation going around your base, it's pretty useful. So it works out perfect with what the setup that I have. For your setup, it might be a little different. But with the Buzzybee, what that's going to do is it's going to, while the Rain Man's watering crops, of course, the Buzzybee will go around and help mutate the crops. Now, the reason that is a good thing is several of the really good recipes in the game require to have a mutated component to it. For the Buzzybee, the main one that I try and get is I try and get deviated honeysuckle, because that is one of the ingredients that you can use to make Stardust tea when you have that recipe, and you get a nice little healing boost from the deviated honeysuckle, as well as the regular well as the regular bonuses from Stardust tea. So that's why I use honeysuckle. The Growshroom, what it's going to do is it's going to go around the territory and it will plant crops and harvest them automatically, which, you know, helps cut back on what you have to do. And then as long as you have specific seeds in your inventory or around, or set up in these, like I do with the planters, as long as they're in the inventory, the Growshroom will just continue to harvest them and plant them. And they also grant a bonus to the growth of the crops as well, so it makes them grow a little quicker. So yeah, those are the deviations we got for this video. Like I said, Buzzybee, Growshroom. You may have different locations where you found these deviations. If you did, leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.